What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Supra. I'm pretty excited about this. My mood was killed a little bit because I was supposed to get out of work and then go home and actually have a package waiting for me. But when I looked at my tracking information midday, I found out that FedEx tried to deliver it and they said someone couldn't sign for it. But I basically live in an apartment building where there's cameras everywhere. There's people who can sign for the package. So I don't know what happened with that. I called FedEx. Long story short, they were like, oh, we're gonna reattempted it, and guess what? Couldn't sign for it again. So obviously I was very pissed about that. So I called a third time when I was leaving work to basically figure out what was going on so I can make this video for you guys. And I basically had to drive half an hour to a FedEx facility to get the package, which, you know, FedEx, I don't understand why you wouldn't just drop the package off to a local one to ship out the next day. It is what it is. I'm not gonna be telling you guys exactly what I have ready to install on this car. All I'm gonna say is it's definitely gonna pick up some power and be a little bit more enjoyable, which I have nothing but great things to say about this car, but what I'm about to do is definitely gonna make it a lot quicker. So stay tuned and I will catch you guys in a few minutes. I'm not gonna do a full install video for the JB4 just because there's a few videos out there now, but I am gonna be doing a review of the product itself. So like I said, Burger Tuning sent this out to me. So you can check out their website, and if you have any questions or concerns, you guys can actually reach out to them through email and they'll be happy to help. One thing I do want to point out, I did opt for the Bluetooth version just because switching maps with your phone is a lot easier than having to do it through your cruise control settings and stuff like that. As of now, we do have this zip tied up. So we already ran a wire through because we're going to end up pulling everything, but just to show you, there's actually a hole between this gap, and what you want to do is stick a screwdriver through it, and you're going to basically put a hole in the firewall. Now don't panic because the hole is pretty much already there. It's just not punctured. So when you put a little bit of pressure, the screwdriver is going to go through and then you can run all these wires. So like I said before though, this isn't a full install video. I just want to kind of inform you guys a little bit. So if you do have questions, you can ask Burger Tuning or you can comment on the video and just let me know and I'll try to answer the best of my capability. Everything's pretty much plugged in now. And then we're gonna be putting the engine cover on. But one thing I did want to show you guys just because, oh, that's even better, Kenny. One thing I wanted to show you guys, we have the JB4 down here, basically on this slope. And the reason we did it this way is because it's really sturdy, but we actually did a zip tie through this other zip tie onto the brake line. So this isn't gonna go anywhere. We've seen other videos where people kind of slanted them down in the corner over there. Someone else put a bunch of foam and shoved it in there. I think the foam's kind of a fire hazard, so I don't really want to mess around with that. I think zip tied, hidden up real nice. The engine bay needs to be washed, but as you can tell, you can't even see that the JB4 is in there unless you went right down. So I'm not worried about it. And then I want to show you guys quick what we did on the bottom. Down here, it's plugged into the OBD, and then I actually just folded up the wires and tucked them underneath the plastic over there. Take a look, you have all your readings here, your RPMs, you have your boost. You're gonna have your temperature, your air fuel ratio, your gear, and then map. You have all your maps here. Since the car is stock, I'm doing map 3, which is just a 93 octane tune. So it's gonna give you plus 6 PSI, which should make a difference in the car. I think rated on the 2020s is about 80 wheel horsepower, just stock with no downpipe, no cold air intake, no exhaust. This is a 21, so we're gonna take a test drive, see how that goes. So first thoughts of it, I'm driving just normally right now. I'm in sport mode. It drives just as smooth as it did before. There's literally no difference in that aspect. But I did do a small half throttle pull, and all I'm gonna say is damn. So one thing I wanna mention though, when you do install this, I would recommend just driving around a little bit, like just how you normally would, before you just get right into it as soon as you have it plugged into your OBD and switch the map. I'm sure there's no problems, but me personally, I think it's better just to let the car kind of adapt to the new tune. And then obviously after that, give it a few minutes and then you can start, you know, driving it the way you want to. Another thing, my car's still not broken in, so I'm not trying to be too crazy with it. I am gonna be doing a few pulls though, just so that way you guys can kind of see how quickly it gets up to speed compared to stock. And I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube, but I haven't seen any that done that, so I kind of want to give you guys at least that benefit of the doubt and kind of go from there. Yeah, so it's safe to say this thing is So it's officially the next day. I kind of wanted to show you guys the engine bay in the sun because last night it was very dark. It was very hard to see everything. I do have all the covers back on, But just to show you as it sits with all the covers on, you wouldn't even know that the JB4 is actually installed, which is really nice. If you know your wiring, then you know this is actually from the JB4, but most people are gonna have no idea. Obviously, when you take the engine cover off, end up seeing the harnesses clipped in and everything like that, but even then, there's so many wires underneath that engine cover that you wouldn't even know. And one of the great things about having JB4 is the fact that if you need to do warranty work or you're afraid about voiding warranty or anything like that, you can literally just unplug it, bring it to the dealership, and unless you know you have someone deep diving in your engine bay looking at those specific areas, they would have no idea that's even in there. Or you can take it out completely. It's completely up to you. So before the video ends, I just wanted to give a huge shout out again to Burger Motorsports, aka Burger Tuning. I'm extremely grateful because without them, I would not have this car tuned right now. And the tune alone has changed the car so drastically that it just makes me really happy. As most of you know, a lot of the ECUs for the A91s are locked. Unfortunately, mine is locked as well. No tuners have been able to crack into them, so there's no way to really tune the car. And there's piggyback tunes out there, but personally I believe JB4 is one of the best ones to go with. Extremely reliable, no check engine lights, multiple maps to choose from. Stock alone, without having to do a downpipe, without having to do exhaust, anything like that, it's already what, 70, 80 wheel horsepower I think is what they roughly estimated at for the 20s. 21 I feel like should be no different. Either way, whatever the numbers are, you drastically feel it. Like there's no, oh, it kind of feels quick. Like you punch it, it goes. You instantly feel it. The car drives as normal as it did before, but when you lay into it, it's just a completely different car in the best way possible. I try my best to answer any questions that you guys may have, but I would leave it to professionals. So if you have any questions, concerns, anything about the JB4 itself, if it works with your car, which maps to pick, anything like that, feel free to contact them. They are very good with their customer service. They will answer you probably within the same day, I'm sure, if not next day. So that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and also stay tuned because I have a few mods coming next week that I'm gonna be doing another video on, and it's definitely gonna help with the power. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace.